This is cool, bug. Look at it. It's thicker. I have a toddler and he's toddlering and it's getting overwhelming. This one doesn't have all the extra stuff like the other book did. Okay, hope y'all can hear me. Well, welcome back to another video. If you're new here, I'm Samaya. This is my channel, Sunny Archives, and it's just a roller coaster of my life. I wanted to start off by unboxing. Today is June 1st. However, I did get this box probably like a week or two ago, but this is my May book of the month box. So I was like, let me go ahead and unbox this before I forget. Ooh, this book is so pretty. Ah, look, bug. Look. Yeah, it's another book. So I got, for this month, I got Silver Elite by Danny Francis. It's really cute. It's really cute. And this one was the special edition. It has the sprayed edges. I don't know if you can see it's like that. It's like all around. But yeah. And then another bookmark, of course. And this one doesn't have all the extra stuff like the other book did. I mean, like the other box did. I don't know if it's because it's no longer my first box, and so there's really no need for them to put all that stuff in every single box because it's all going to be the same stuff until the next year. So I get that. But I do love that they put a bookmark in every box. So this one, I remember the last one I got said, "Don't leave me in here." And this one says, "It's been pages since we met." So really excited about that. But yeah, I'm really excited for this book. So I don't quite remember what it's about. On the back it says, "My name is Ren Darlington. I've been hiding who I am my entire life. Today will be no different." It says, in the first book of a sizzling dystopian romance series, psychic gifts are a death sentence and there are rules to survival. Trust no one, lie to everyone, and whatever you do, don't fall for your greatest enemy. Trust no one. When Ren Darlington has spent her whole life in hiding, honing her psychic abilities and aiding the rebel uprising in small ways. On the continent, being modified means certain death, and Ren is one of the most powerful mods in existence. When one careless mistake places her in the hands of the enemy and she's forced to join Silverblock, their most elite training program, she's finally handed the perfect opportunity to strike a devastating blow from inside their ranks. Lie to everyone. But training for Silverblock can be deadly, especially when you're harboring dangerous secrets and living in the close quarters with everyone who wants you dead. And whatever you do, don't fall for your greatest enemy. As the stakes grow ever higher, Ren must prove herself, but that's easier said than done when your commanding officer is the ruthless and infuriatingly irresistible Cross Redden, who doesn't miss anything when it comes to her. And as war rages between mods like her and those who aim to destroy them, Ren must decide just how far she's willing to go to protect herself and how much of the continent is worth saving. So, yeah, according to the sleeve, it says the retail price for this book is $32.99. And I did not pay that. I'm pretty sure I paid $17.99 because it was an extra $2.99 since it was a limited edition. And then I'm guessing because of the sprayed edges and whatnot. But on another note of book of the month, I was excited to find out that, because I'm like, I know the general consensus of book of the month, but I didn't realize that credits can be used for like another physical book. So I'm so excited because my June box, I have 3 books coming because I had 2 credits to use, and I'm so excited. It was 2 books that I've been looking into. And you know, I always come across books that sound interesting and I just add them to my TBR on Goodreads. And so it was exciting to see 2 of them. One is the beginning of a series, just like this one. And then the other one is a standalone book. 2 completely different authors, 2 completely different genres. Anyways, right now, oh my gosh, my son is eating my bookmark. Okay, I'm gonna finish this up quickly because I have a toddler and he's toddlering and it's getting overwhelming. But yeah, right now I'm trying to get through Lore of the Wilds. At the same time, I'm also listening to what book am I listening to? Okay, A River Enchanted by Rebecca Ross. I'm listening to that on Libby as an audiobook. And yeah, I'm enjoying both books. Both are in the fantasy realm, and I believe they're both going to involve some romance as well. So I'm really excited. I don't think I've been getting more into, well, I won't say more, but I feel like I've been more intentional about finding audiobooks because I find there's a lot of times that I'm idle and want to listen to something that's not music, that's not a podcast. Like I still want to be reading or engaging in a story uh, whilst not actually being able to read. And so yeah, so audiobooks, I've been really enjoying them. um I don't know, most likely my May book wrap up will come out before this vlog, and so you'll see that I'm pretty sure last month I listened to two books, or no, I think I listened to one book, another book was on my Kindle. But I feel like this month will be the month of me getting into a lot more audiobooks, because there's times when I want to get more reading done, especially to meet up to successfully make my goal of reading 52 books this year. And so listening to audiobooks while I'm doing other things, whether it's doing chores around the house or even at work, like if I'm like cooking or something, or while I'm driving, listening to an audiobook and then also having a physical book that I'm like reading page for page really helps with me meeting that goal. And also really helps with just keeping me in the mindset of reading. So anyways, I'm gonna go and tend to my toddler and just chill out. I don't think I'm really gonna do any reading right now because that's not really what I'm vibing with right now. I kind of just want to sit and do nothing, but we'll see. So, anyways, I'll see you guys in the next clip. We have a mission. As it stands, today is June 9th, 2025, and on June 25th, I have 3 library books that are due. Now, you might say, why not extend the books? Why not extend your loan, right? Wrong. So I'm pretty sure they've already been automatically extended 3 times, and I don't think I have any more extensions left. So our mission for the month of June is to finish our mission for the month of June is to finish these 3 library books. So what are they, you might ask? We have 7 Days in June by Tia Williams, A Truth Reveal by Tracy Peterson, and then the big mama that we have to do is A Discovery of Witches by Deborah Harkness. So these 3 books must be completed by the end of this month, specifically by June 25th. So, yeah, in this vlog, we're going to be reading these 3 books, and I I have faith that I can definitely finish these 2. It's just that what scares me is this big mama here. But I'm hoping that I enjoy it so much that I kind of just fly through it. So we shall see. Currently, I'm finishing up Lore of the Wilds by Annalie Sabrana, and I'm really enjoying this. I actually already pre-ordered the second book to the series. It doesn't release until, I can't remember if it was June, July, or August 30th. I honestly don't remember what date the release was, and either of those 3 dates could be wrong. All I know is that it doesn't release until later this summer, this year, but I've already pre-ordered it off of Amazon, and so I'm really excited because I only have this much of the book left. So definitely will be starting on my 3 library books once I finish with this book. So my goal in terms of finishing these 3 books is to try and tandem read them with their audio counterparts. So on Libby, I will be looking for, hopefully, looking for audiobook versions of these three. I'm pretty sure I have the Kindle version of this one. Um, but I can't remember if I was able to find Kindle or audio versions of the other two. So it would be perfect if I could find Kindle and audio versions of all three of them. That way, if I have my phone on me, I can be reading. If I have my Kindle on me, I can be reading. And obviously, if I'm in the car or doing errands or chores or whatever, I can be listening to the books as well. Because when you tandem read a book and you have all media versions of it, it definitely helps to get through it faster, because every moment that you have to read, you're able to get through the book. So, but anyways, that is my magnanimous plan for this month of June. Usually it's 3 to 6 books per month that I'm able to get through. So I have hope that I can get through these. And I think I just need to stay diligent. And I feel like I've been doing well with staying diligent in how often I read or using my free time to read instead of doing other things. I think I found a good balance of trying to get back into the mode of reading frequently. I also want to show you guys my book of the month box for this month. I'm so excited. Like I have had the BOTM subscription since March of this year. However, in April, I totally forgot to choose a book, so it skipped the box. So my current collection is not really complete because there's a month missing. It's fine though. I do have a March book. I do have a May book, which I'm pretty sure I already showed you guys. I'm not sure. If I haven't, I'll include it in this video. But I already got my May subscription box, and now this is my June subscription box. And what was exciting about this box is that because I finally got up to the frontier, which is when you have 3 boxes shipped, they give you 2 credits for 2 extra books. So this box has 3 books in it, and I'm so excited. To be honest with you, I don't completely remember what books I got, so I'm gonna open them up with you guys. Look at it. It's thicker. It's thicker. I'm so excited. I worked this past weekend, and so I went to work Friday morning, and it was going to be delivered that day. And it was like bittersweet because I wanted to be home when it was delivered, and wanted to like experience getting it from the mailbox. But I was so excited when when I got the message that it was delivered. So, ow. I'm trying to open this box without further injuring my finger. I don't exactly know how I sprained my finger. I'm assuming it was playing volleyball. Yes, volleyball, not volleyball. Volleyball is just volleyball, but in an inside court where there's a whole bunch of walls, and so you can't really avoid hitting the wall with the ball. But I'm not the best volleyball or volleyball player, and I don't have great technique. I do have amazing drive and determination and competitiveness. However, my technique is not completely there. And so I will hit the ball and it'll kind of bend my fingers back, or I'll fling my hand to hit the ball and use the back of my hand. Or instead of it hitting like my forearm, it'll be hitting my wrist and bending my hands, or it'll be like in the crux of my elbow. Like basically, any way I can get the ball back over the net without using obviously like my legs or my head or whatever, I will use that. So technique is not there, but I be trying to get through it. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh, they only did 1 bookmark with this box, but it's okay because it's pink. It's so cute. So this says friend. It says we're happy to call you a friend. And it says save $5 on every add-on, ship up to 5 books every month. Choose from member faves in addition to monthly selections. So this is so cute. This is now my 3rd BOTM bookmark. So anyways, let's get into the books we chose. So, the book that I chose out of the set of books that was listed for this month is The Summer We Ran, a novel by Audrey Ingram. That's how she looks. Oh, and it says on the back June 2025, book of the month. Ooh, it's so cute. And obviously, I was drawn by the cover. I know you're not supposed to judge a book by its cover, but I just love this cover. It's really cute. Let me see what the actual book itself looks like. Okay, so it's just this pretty blue, and then it has the gold embossment right here, which is really really nice. I love that book of the month does this. I think it's so cool. They're basically like book memories because you have the month and year that you got that book engraved into the book. And so it's just cool to look back on your life and be like, oh, this is when I got this book. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm sentimental like that. So, anyways, let's see. In the summer of 1996, sorry, Tess Murphy's mom gave her two rules to abide by: keep quiet and stay out of trouble. Her mother landed a new job as a cook at an affluent Virginia estate and didn't want anything to risk the opportunity, least of all her outspoken teenage daughter. What no one saw coming was Tess falling deeply in love with the boy next door, high society Grant Alexander. Over a few wondrous and heat filled months, Tess and Grant's love bloomed so ferociously it feels utterly impossible that anything can keep them apart until tragedy strikes. Now, more than 2 decades after their epic teenage romance, Tess and Grant are both running for governor of Virginia, and secrets from that summer threaten to shatter their families, their political futures, and the memory of the first love that shaped their lives. Oh, I remember that the thing that kind of snatched me about this book, other than the pretty cover, was the fact that you had these old lovers turned rivals that were running for the same position. And I was like, okay, this is going to be interesting. Now, for the two books out of my credits that I chose, the first one that I chose was Heartless Hunter by Kristen Ciccarelli. Ciccarelli? Kristen Ciccarelli. And this is a series that I actually wanted to get into. I believe I was watching, it might have been a vlog with Shaughnessy Schroeder going on one of her girly book trips, or it could have been a blog by um oh, I keep forgetting her name, but I will put her channel here. I want to say that it was her video that I watched that she was reading this series. And look at this cover. It's so beautiful. And on the back, it actually says this was a February 2024 book of the month choice. So when I was looking at my credits, well, not looking at my credits, when I was looking at the different book options, I didn't really feel for anything else that was um, within the list of June selections. And so it was really cool to be able to go and look at whatever books they had. Um, and it's just so nice, like getting three books for the price of one. And then even that price of one is cheaper than the actual value of the book. Like, just what? So I'm so excited. But anyways, it says Her Deadliest Enemy or Her Greatest Love. Heartless Hunter, The Crimson Moth, Book 1. It says enemies to lovers doesn't get more high stakes than a witch and a witch hunter falling in love in best-selling author Kristen Ciccarelli's latest romance. Why can't I read? What is going on? Oh, enemies to lovers doesn't get more high stakes than a witch and a witch hunter falling in love in best-selling author I need a nap. Enemies to Lovers doesn't get more high stakes than a witch and a witch hunter falling in love in best-selling author Kristen Ciccarelli's latest romantic fantasy. Except, what if she's the very villain he's been hunting? The vibe is really giving me How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. I'm gonna put that movie here. But that movie with her purposely doing things to annoy the guy, it's with, oh, what's her name? Gosh, I can't remember her name. I can't remember the lady's name. Very famous actress, and her and Matthew McConaughey have done other movies together before, like Fool's Gold. I love that movie, so funny. But they're a really good actor actress couple. Um, but yeah, in that movie, she's going out with this guy, and she's purposely doing things to like annoy him, and basically trying to find a way to lose a guy in 10 days, and ends up falling for him. And then with him, he ends up going out with her like based on a bet, or like a deal he made with his coworkers. And then because the deal was like how to make a girl fall in love with you in 10 days. So they're both kind of getting one over on the other, but then they fall in love. So those are the vibes that this book is giving me, and I'm so excited. I love this color of the cover. It's so pretty. Ooh, and I like the way the book like looks without it as well. Like this kind of teal foresty green with the white binding. I think that's really pretty. But anyways, that was my second book choice. Oh, and like I said, it's a series, so I'm very excited. Very, very excited. And last but not least, we have The Wedding People by Alison Espach, a novel. Another very pretty book. Just this book cover, the art gives me the vibe of, I don't know the name of it, but it's this very famous Japanese painting that has like waves and a boat, and it's just all vibrant blues and kind of creams and whites. It's a very beautiful painting. It's a famous painting, but this is kind of the vibes that this cover gives me. And this on the back, it says Book of the Year 2024 finalist. So that's really cool. I did not know that. Oh, and it has the month. This was August 2024. Now, I've seen this book in a lot of YouTube videos. I think the one video that I watched where somebody was actively reading it and reviewing it was Bria's vlog. And she read this a while ago, but I remember her saying that certain parts, it just seemed like the bride was only caring about herself. So I'm interested, whenever I hear somebody review a book, I'm always interested to see how I view the book from my standpoint once I actually read it for myself. So anyways, a propulsive and uncommonly wise novel about one unexpected wedding guest and the surprising people who help her start anew. It's a beautiful day in Newport, Rhode Island, when Phoebe Stone arrives at the Grand Cornwall Inn wearing a green dress and gold heels, not a bag in sight, alone. She's immediately mistaken by everyone in the lobby for one of the wedding people, but she's actually the only guest at the Cornwall who isn't there for the big event. Phoebe is here because she's dreamed of coming for years. She hoped to shuck oysters and take sunset sails with her husband, only now she's here without him at rock bottom and determined to have one last decadent splurge on herself. Meanwhile, the bride has accounted for every detail and every possible disaster the weekend might yield, except for, well, Phoebe and Phoebe's plan, which makes it that much more surprising when the two women can't stop confiding in each other. It turns absurdly funny and devastatingly tender. Alison Espach's The Wedding People is ultimately an incredibly nuanced and resonant look at the winding paths we can take to places we never imagined, and the chance encounters it sometimes takes to reroute us. I am really excited. The lady who shows up to the hotel is trying to see the end, so I'm interested to see how her relationship with the bride is navigated throughout this story when the bride is seeing her beginning in a certain chapter of her life, and this lady is trying to completely finish her book. But anyways, these were the 3 books that I got from this month's box subscription. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. These make me so happy. And no, I have not read my other 2 book of the month subscription books, but I also have a lot of other new books that I have yet to read, and I'm just trying to build my library, and I don't need to find myself walking in anybody's bookstore and buying books. So this is an ultra affordable way to keep getting new books and then occasionally getting more than just one book. Like, because I'm already excited and happy when I get the 1 book a month, but I was so excited to see that I could get 3 books this month, especially because these 2 were books that I was previously looking at. So, but these are my 3 babies that came this month. I'm so happy. I've said it so many times, but I'm so excited. Anyways, let's get to reading. First, I need to finish this lovely lady. And then we got to get these books read before June 25th. And we're going to do it. Let's go. Bro, how do you have that?
Hey y'all. So today is June 22nd? No, 23rd. I don't know. Today's Monday and I believe it is the 23rd. And I'm still finishing the last two books that I am trying to get through before the 25th, which is when they're due back at the library. However, I still have quite a ways to go with them. I don't think it'll take me long to finish Truth Revealed. However, when it comes to A Witch's Discovery or A Discovery of Witches, it's a big book. And I've been listening to it on audiobook and every now and then picking up the physical book. So I think what I'm going to do is, technically I have until the end of June that I gave myself to finish these books. I did want to finish them before they were due to the library. But I think if I hunker down, I can finish them by the end of the month. I really would like to finish them by the end of the month. So I already have A Discovery of Witches on my Kindle and as an audiobook through Libby. And then I'm pretty sure I have, at the very least, I know I have the audiobook for A Truth Revealed, but I want to say that I also have the Kindle version as well. If not, I know it's on hold through Libby. I'm not sure if my hold is ready yet, but I'm currently outside with baby boy. We came to Quiet Waters Park, I believe it's called, and yeah, first we started out at this parking lot where he was able to run around and stuff, and then we went to a playground, and then we went to the area where it's like for the dogs, but I was trying to find access to the creek. On Google Maps, it made it seem like you could get access to the creek, and there is a trail, but it seems like people created that themselves, and it's a very steep trail. And maybe if I was on my own, I would attempt it, but with baby boy, and it's not like I had his carrier, I was just holding him in my arms, and I was just like, if I'm already on my behind trying to get down with him, who's to say it'll be like even more difficult to get back up with him, you know? He ran around, but I think he's tired of running around, but I wasn't fully ready to go home yet, and I just want to spend as much time outside as possible with him. It is quite hot, so we've been drinking a lot of water. I have my water, he has his water, but he also drinks my water, because anytime he sees me with anything, he also has to have it. So, but we're getting kind of low. Not extremely low, but we're also not that far from the car. I wasn't ready to go back yet. So that's why I brought the stroller with us, because online it did say that there was paved trails, and I wanted to take advantage of that. So, but yeah, so we're just walking along. I kind of want to go to the visitor center, so I'm hoping that this trail will take me there, because I know that we passed it on the way here, like on the way to the dog park area. So I'm hoping I'm going in the right direction, but we shall see. Either way, I'm out with my baby, and we haven't done anything like this in a while together, just me and him. So I'm happy to be out here. I'm happy to be in nature. I'm finally breaking in my new hiking boots. Ooh, there's a hill. There's a hill. So finally breaking in my new hiking boots. And yeah. Yeah. Hello. So, ooh, we're going up a hill now. Yeah, I just wanted to check in because I was trying to keep up with posting a video every Sunday, and today's Monday, and clearly there's no video. So, bummer, but I am working on it. So it is 91 degrees and I'm going up this hill, and I had to come down a really long hill to get here. This heat is dangerous. Oh. I hope the visitor center has water. That would be very clutch.
This is cool.